You're watching SBA Today. With all the latest news, stories, and advice, here are your hosts, Paul Long and Tanya Mazurek.
Welcome to SBA Today, presented by Res Title, your SBA title experts for the week of September 29th. I am Paul.
And I am Tanya.
Hey, so I'm really curious because I got a lot of messages last week about you and Mark. And I was just curious if Mark ever reached out to you or anything like that. Just curious.
Yes, Paul, you're such a butthead. And because of you, Mr. Brother from another mother, yes, I got quite a few people that reached out thinking I had some new beau or something, by the name of Mark.
Nice.
And oh my God,
Nice.
even friends, Paul, were reaching out and they're like, Tanya, is there something I need to know? And I'm like, no.
Yes.
No, there is not. Oh, you. I was like, no, there is nothing you need to know. That is just Paul that loves to mess with Tanya. So anyway,
I actually ran into a Mark with a C earlier this week, and I was like, oh my God, maybe I can set up like how funny would that be? Okay, anyway, sorry.
Okay,
I digress.
Paul, even weirder, I have one of our credit officers' name is Mark with a C. That could really get weird.
That's funny. That could be really weird. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
Well,
okay. So first we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate. And one of the things that we're talking about is we're celebrating National SBA Closer Appreciation Week. Okay. It's been a long-standing.
Very long. Yes.
Thanks, Ray. Yeah. Long-standing, right? As in today. Anyway, are you doing anything special for your team, Paul? Like
Yes.
chocolate bonbons, day off, perhaps? You could even call it like the special Ray Day.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them the last day of the fiscal year, month, and quarter off. Yeah, bullshit.
I'm like,
there's no way
what the heck? What are we starting here? I'm like, serious?
No, we, me and my sales team, we put together something special. I can't even say it because I do have some of our processors and closers who watch this show. Yeah. But they will have things sprinkled into their boxes throughout the week. And because a lot of my team works from home. So they'll get little surprises from us throughout the week to appreciate their awesomeness and, well, let's be honest, the hell we put them through.
Yes. And you know what? I think every day is happy closer day and happy underwriter day and happy SBA day and happy anything day. But anyway,
I'm still waiting for SBA manager day. Like that never comes up. I don't know why, but hey, Ray, SBA manager.
Oh, Ray's going to give you right. Ray, because only you can create the next big day. Right? Paul can't create anything. I'm just going to create National Tanya Day. So we're just going to go with National Tanya Day. I think everybody will celebrate. Okay. Anyway. All right. Typical SBA today. We have a quick news. Why don't you take us into that, Paul?
Yeah. So here we go again. Yeah. If you haven't been in SBA, this becomes a norm. Possible government shutdown. I used the terminology yesterday. I'll bet you my 401k gets shut down. And so last week and last night, no luck on a short-term extension. And we are at the end of the year tonight. So you better get your terms and conditions in if you're a PLP. If you're a GP, you are good luck. Beep, sorry. But it's and I'm worried that this one's also going to last a 30-some day.
People were asking me, Paul, if they thought it was going to happen. I mean, come on, man. Yes, we all think it's probably going to happen because nobody in this can play nice in the sandbox. Nobody can seem to come to the table. Nobody can come to the middle. Everybody wants to posture. Everybody wants to pee on somebody else's or rain on somebody else's. Anyway, I'm not even going to.
We are not a political show.
Well, it's not even political because it's not even about one side or the other. It's just this is becoming commonplace.
And what
which is
hurts,
sad.
I mean, yeah, does that cause us problems as lenders? Yes. But what it really causes problem is for Mary, who's buying a cleaning company, or Mary or somebody who's buying something and they're stuck because the government can't get their stuff together. So
People,
anyways,
exactly. The government is not only creating their inner fighting, inner whatever the heck it is. It's because they always want to put something extra in there. Okay, no, we're not going to extend this because let me get my platform in there to make sure that I can,
Yep.
sneak it through with, and they
Yep.
both do it. It's not, this isn't
Oh,
political.
yeah,
They both
100%,
freaking do
100%.
it. Anyway, yeah.
And then
it
every time
hurts a
they
lot of
talk
people.
about, count my words, well, we're going to make sure that this is not a part of the continuing resolution, that SBA continues no matter what, but that never gets done. And here we are again. So,
I think
anyways,
47. I
47.
counted your words.
Oh, got it. Dork. Anyway, and if you are a nerd like me who printed it out with paper and pen and highlighting it, we got a new servicing and liquidation SOP. Yes. And by the way, there's not very much that changed with it, except for Paul had to get another ream of paper. So the bottom line is, the things you must know is you have to keep your PPP paperwork for 10 years from forgiveness. So that's like 15 years in real life. And then also there is,
Yeah, right.
there's also a new status in E-Tran called SBA Uncollectible. And that is going to be pretty much stating that it's being referred to Treasury. And it took, I think, what is it? I didn't see how many pages. Sorry, 203 pages to tell you those two things.
Thank you for killing trees, Paul.
Absolutely. I'm a recycler.
Well, good. You can flip it over and just print on the other side too, right?
Right.
All right. So, since this is National SBA Closer Appreciation Week, we're bringing back our friends. We're going to bring them on Res Title for a special educational discussion regarding our closers, right? And
Res Title.
Exactly. I'd like to introduce Regina Braga. I do this every time. Anyway, President and CEO of Res Title, as well as Rachel Lesperance, closing supervisor also of Res Title. Welcome, ladies, and thank you so much for bringing the estrogen to the show to take out my testosterone-driven friend that gets me every time. Y'all help me.
It's going to be all dudes next week.
We're here to help on both sides, hopefully. And I want to jump on those national days. If we could fit like a Regina and Rachel one in there too, that'd be fantastic.
Right.
Sign us up with that.
Yeah.
Title and escrow day. I mean, come on. This is great.
National Title Day, we'll take it.
No, title and no. They wanted specific named days.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No. Yeah.
In my world, every day is Rachel Day.
Exactly.
Probably.
Well, thanks for having us, guys.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
so we're going to talk about, what makes great SBA closers, and what we want to kind of share, or what I want them to share with you is, what are some of those traits for what makes a good closer? Indispensable: speed, accuracy, communication, showing up.
Amazing.
All the things that make a closer so important. So I'd love to open it up to either one of you. What's your perspective? What do title and escrow companies value in closers?
Yeah, absolutely. And
I think they value good partners on our side, right? No, I'm kidding.
100%. I mean, and that's the thing, and the way we look at it a little bit is we start to look at like what we value as closers on our end too, right? From a title closer's perspective. And when we bring people on our end, because we want that to mirror on both sides, and that's how the partnership develops. For us, when we're looking at closers, there's two big things that I'm always looking for. Closers, number one, this is customer service, right? They are the ones dealing with our borrowers through that really tricky end part of this process, like putting it all together. We need that customer service aspect. And number two, they're problem solvers, firefighters, whatever you want to call it. You know, those last minute changes and fixes and things that come up, they're the ones that deal with it. So on the title side, when we're looking to hire, that's what we're looking to hire. And we're hoping that who we're working with closes on the other end that mirrors that. When we brought Rachel on, I'll let her tell a little bit about her story and the people, the way she works with closers on the other end. But, you know, she, love you, Rachel, had no title experience, had no mortgage or lending experience. But she had a hospitality experience, and she came in eager and ready to go and tells us how she solves problems when this happened, when that happened. I was like, there it is. I could teach you all the other stuff. So, you know, those I think are two qualities, not only from a title side, but the lending side. When you're looking at that closer, it's like in baseball, right? Why does the closer have the name? They're the ones that have to solidify whatever's happened up to that point. They're the ones that have to close it out, I guess, if you will. The name is very appropriate. So, but Rachel, I mean, you know, feed off of that a little bit. Tell about what you experience on your end.
Absolutely. Like we can only talk about from the title closers end of things. But for me as a closer, when I'm working with a closer on the lending end of things, the ultimate goal is just to get the loan closed, right? So whether or not something was missed or we have an hour to get this done, you have to develop a partnership with your title closers. I've been online till 2-3 o'clock in the morning with people on the West Coast just trying to get things done, and that's really what you're looking for, is ultimately to just get it done for the customer, because if we don't get it done, we don't make money, right?
Well, I'm going to add something in that. I'm going to add something because both of you guys brought up like the most amazing point. When we get to the closing end of it, that sets the tone for the rest of the relationship. That ends a really challenging time frame potentially for the borrower, but it also sets up how that relationship is going to move forward. So the closer, like you said, bringing in Rachel, right, and her maybe not having closing experience up front, but she had the personable. To me, that is so flipping important from a closing perspective, because they're asking for a lot of things. They've got a lot on their plates to make sure that they're covering the bases to cover everybody. And if they're doing that with a smile, they're doing that recognizing what that borrower's going through, bringing that personable relationship connection piece into it. I think that is the most amazing piece. That's one thing that I absolutely love and want in my closers.
Yeah, I think you make a good point about recognizing what the borrower is going to, right? Like, so something we talk a lot about when we talk about customer services, okay, we might be doing closings all day long. And these SBA closers, whether you're doing SBA, whatever types of loan you're doing these constantly. But for this borrower, this is one of a handful of closings that maybe they've done. If they're an investor that has a lot of properties, it might be the first one that they've done. This is a new experience for them. And so being aware of that, I think you're saying when you say like recognizing the stress of that, maybe this is a new business venture that they're opening and there might be a lot of nerves that go with that. Yeah, and it's our job on our end in partnership with the lender and to make it as at least seem as smooth as possible, even if things are completely blowing up in the background.
We're all ducks.
At least make it feel like they're not.
And Rachel, I'm sure, I mean, y'all both, you get, oftentimes they get to this this point and they're just ready. Whatever has happened up to this point, but they're just ready. So oftentimes too, they might be stressed out. They might come at you. They might, speak out of turn or speak a little more aggressively than maybe they should or whatnot. A good closer knows how to diffuse that. Bring it down a notch, diffuse it, because recognizing, like you said, that they could be in whatever headspace. And this is it's stressful. It just is. So anyway.
Amen.
I mean, we'd love to say in a perfect world, nothing goes wrong and it's so smooth, but it's Rachel, are you stressed today on the last day of the month? Not at all, right?
No. Yeah. And you guys did this today on the last day of the month. I didn't even think.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my God. Horrible planning.
Perhaps poorly planned, but whatever.
Right. Just a testament to being able to multitask, right? All
that's
of us.
right. And as long as you get my deal closed today, that's all that matters.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Boom, done.
It's stamped and delivered.
There you go.
So anyway, any other what about a wildest closing day from one of you? What is a
I'm
wildest
tossing that over to
closing day
Rachel.
story?
It would have to be my record to date, which is 100 properties in one portfolio loan.
What?
Yes. And I think it was across 3 states as well, if my memory serves.
Yep, that's correct. We don't say no more. Right?
I don't have words. I'm like thinking in my head.
Yeah, it's my one to beat so far. It's my one to beat for sure.
I
If
feel
we
really
sorry
ever
for
beat it,
so
I'm
many
gonna
really want
people.
If we ever beat it, I'm gonna be blown away. But
No, it was one person. He owned a portfolio. He wanted to do a portfolio loan. I can't take all of the credit there. All the whole team at Res Title. It took us, I think, 3 months to get it all situated. But the overall closing process was very smooth. To get to the table was there's a lot of legwork involved. But
I just think about the lenders, the underwriters, the closers, the process. I just think of everything and I just want to vomit. Wow.
You know I can talk, and when somebody just takes all the words out of me and I had nothing to say, you know that's pretty large.
I hope you charged like you've never charged before. Anyway.
Jeez. Yeah.
Huh.
for sure.
What about a favorite closing tool or checklist?
ooh,
I like
yeah.
that.
I mean, I think that's a big thing with us. You know, we have a lot of tools, right? And with us, as
Mhm.
far as making the smoothest transaction, we always want our closers that we're working with on the lending side to use everything that we have available up front. Even before they're coming to us. So we have for every SBA loan that we get in, we have a whole checklist that we go in right from the beginning. And tries to make sure all the documents are in place, try to make sure we're prepared, the conversation's already done. We have a property reports that can go out to them, gives them a whole lay of the land. And kind of going back, bringing to that whole thing of like, how does this work well and what do we look for, you know, when you're dealing with closers and the whole reason why we're here, closer appreciation, like why it's so amazing, because if that conversation starts earlier and we're going through our checklists and we're going through all the information we have, it's going to be so much easier later on, you know? So, I definitely think utilizing tools up front, like the property reports we have, that gives a snapshot really early on what's going on, and going through the little surveys up front that we have. We do that on our end to start the conversation earlier and hopefully make it easier for the closers on the lending side too, because a lot of that's already out of the way before we actually get into the weeds of dealing with it. So hopefully that's helpful.
Oh, yeah. What is one thing that you wish, and I'm going to ask both of you, what is one thing you wish borrowers knew about what you do?
Rachel,
I can go first.
you want to go first? I'll let you. I
I
think you and I have the same one, but I'll try and I'll pivot. You go first.
Wait. Okay, I have 2. So okay, I'll go with this
There you
one.
go.
When you're borrowing under an entity and you are getting cash out, you need to have an account in the name of that LLC, because as escrow, we have to disperse to the borrowing entity. We cannot disperse to people as individuals. And from the escrow end of things, that's something that we run into quite frequently when we get to the table and we get to the end of it, and we're trying to release money to people and we can't because they don't have an account in the name of their borrowing entity. I think that's the big.
I don't even know how they get there, Paul. I mean, how
Well,
about
I
you?
agree.
Do you even know how
Yeah.
they get there at that point? I can't fathom.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Clearly
More
it
I think
happens.
somebody's dropping the ball. Somebody that's working with them up front prior to y'all has dropped the ball and not given them the heads
That
up.
gosh darn lender.
Dude.
It happens more often than not sometimes. I gotta be honest.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's too bad.
What about
All
you,
right, so
Regina?
then how about you? Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say kind of going off of that a little bit, I think the most confusion that we see from borrowers has to do with the ending process of money, how money is received and when money is received, sort of a timing thing. there's sometimes this understanding that like you sign a piece of paper and then the money's instantly into your account. And that's obviously not how it works, especially, I mean, there's certain states, there's a whole boatload of rules that go into place of when we can't release money. So, I mean, one of the things that we're doing here is we're actually putting together, I hate the word portal, but I can't think of another word right now. So we'll call it a portal, but it's an FAQ portal that's going to be on our website and every borrower is going to have access to it. And it's going to go over simple things like this. Like, what do you need for signing day? Like, what kind of identification do you need? How do I get my money? When do I get my money? What is that going to look like? What happens after closing? How do I get my documents? All of these things. Because again, I think what happens is sometimes we take it for granted because we do it all the time. And again, why closers are so important is because they're the ones that take the time to make sure every one of these transactions is individual and they answer all of these questions over and over and over again because it is individual to that borrower. And that's why closers are amazing because they go through the same process, but they treat it as a new process too when they're doing it. So
make sure you at least
time. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, make sure you send that to me because I definitely want to put that as a part of our process because that's gold information for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's if you don't know, you don't know. And that's part of it too, you know? So, we're trying to make it easier. Coming by the end of the year. Don't quote me on that, but
nice.
Too late.
And what I'd say to the closers out there, so what I want to say to the closers out there, since it is Closer Appreciation Day, week, however we want to do this, right? Basically is when we get to that, absolutely. They are the ones that when I get to that process, I tell my borrowers all the time, I am taking off my crown and I'm giving it to this party. Whether it's a man, a woman, doesn't matter. They're getting my crown because they have become the king or queen of what's fixing to happen because I can't do it. I don't know it. It's not my thing. There's so many intricacies. Closers are taking care of anything and everything, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, getting the signatures, making it happen. And so we really want to tell you guys thank you for that. So I just wanted to toss that in there because that was a good segue.
I want to throw in a bonus question because that's in typical Paul fashion. What is a tip that you can give to a closer who, again, we never do rush deals. Rush deals never happen in our industry at all. So, but if one does come up, what is a tip that you would give to that lender or the borrower when you're like, rush?
Rachel, do you know what the word rush is? Have you heard this word before? No.
I think it's so common. It's, do you know what the word is? Just
in my language. I would say if you have a last minute closing, say it's a same day closing, give as much information as you possibly can upfront. Borrower's contact information, lender's fees, ETA on the loan package. Over communicate, especially with your title closers, because we're the ones answering the borrower's calls. And if I don't have an update to give, I can't pull it out of nowhere. So just communicate with your title closers. Like,
where are you pulling it out of? What?
I was gonna say this is Paul and I. We say crazy stuff all the time.
I think the communication thing, and like sometimes old school communication too. Like just pick up the phone. Like we're big on that here. I like like just pick up the phone and have a conversation because sometimes email is tough, or delayed, or like people just get so many. Pick up the phone and have that phone call. We try and do a lot with our lending teams from the beginning. We do onboardings and we do workflow processes, but like things come up. I know it's crazy to hear, but different things come up. And I think you can't be afraid just to pick up the phone and have a conversation with somebody and be like, all right, what do we got to do to get this done? And I think that's underutilized a lot. And now in this very technology driven day and age.
Maybe a closer checklist.
100%.
Closer check. Oh, he's making more checklists for us.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
I have a closer checklist, but speak about it.
Yes. It's manifesting it.
Call me.
I also think that's a generational thing where a lot of things are in emails now, and a lot of even my generation, we don't like to pick up the phone, but I would prefer 5-minute conversation over 20 emails back and forth any day of the week.
Fair enough.
I think it's too easy in any kind of conversation. It's too easy for things to get missed in email and or text, which
Absolutely.
is the challenge these days. And you go back and forth and spin your wheels and do something incorrect and go down a rabbit hole.
Mhm.
Pick up the phone. It takes a lot less time.
Absolutely.
Also, Tanya,
But
I
I
love that
just
you and I
want
are
a
doing pick up the
text.
phone like this, even though that's not how you
Oh,
pick
I
up the
still
phone
do this.
anymore.
Apparently it's this
Oh,
now.
Nobody
Did you guys
actually
know
has a
that?
phone like this, but that's
what is
It's
it
this
now?
now. It's this now. Did you know that? Yep.
speakerphone, I guess.
Because this is how you hang up a phone now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
how about I do
Interesting.
this that I'm holding like this and I've got the cord in this hand.
No, now you're really going old
And you're
school on us.
twisting. Sorry. Okay.
No.
We're over time. We're going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, whatever. He's just sick to death of all the estrogen.
We gotta get this long
Yeah.
He wants to get all this estrogen.
It's the phone conversation did him in.
Right. Thank you very
Yeah.
much for being on. And
Yeah,
again,
thanks.
thank you for what you do in the closing process. I know it's not easy, and anyone who thinks that your job is easy can go pound sand, because it's not. It's not. Everyone's job is hard, and I appreciate what you guys do at Res Title, and I appreciate our closers and our processors and everyone who touches paperwork to get us to the final end. So thank you very much for being on.
100%.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you,
Thank you for
ladies.
having us, and thanks to all the closers out there who help work with us and try and make it easy for everybody. It's all about the borrowers in the end. So
100%. Well, thank you, ladies. And okay, guys, that's it for today. We're here on Tuesday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, find us at your convenience on any of the channels where you get your podcast. And if you've got any questions, reach out to Paul or I on our personal LinkedIn pages. Other than that, I don't know. Try out Res Title if you need some title work done. And hey, we'll see you next week.
See you later.